What's up, nerds? So I'm so late with this trailer breakdown for the Superman trailer, but I want to say something real quick about that. I was gonna do it this weekend, but then I have a rule now that I only get to spend the weekends with my kiddos. That's the only time I get to spend with them. During the week, they have school. They don't at this exact moment because will have Christmas break, but if I don't record it during the week and set it to post on the weekends, I don't post on the weekends. I've decided not to do that starting, now. I mean, more like a month ago, I decided to do that. So if it gets posted on the weekends, it's because I recorded it in advance and it's, scheduled to post or whatever. In saying that, I'm sorry I'm late to this. I know everybody's broken it down and stuff. That's fine. I just have thoughts about this trailer because I just really liked it so much. I know it's a teaser and everything, but I did like this trailer. I thought it was so good. Yeah, that's my whole thoughts on that. I just really, really liked it. Okay. I am going to start this sucker and just tell you my thoughts on every little thing that goes on in here. And hopefully you agree. If not, that's fine. I did see some people that were just like not loving it, and that's fine too. But, to each their own. It's only a teaser trailer. And the people that are saying that, it doesn't look that great, I totally understand. They like, I can't remember who said it, but they said that it didn't have enough action in terms of Superman saving people. And my favorite shot in this trailer is when he saves the little girl. I'll talk about it when I get to it, but I did agree with that. And then some people said it just looked too, like there was too much in it. Like it was too busy. They said busy. And I was like, I do agree with that. It looks like there's a lot going on, but I feel like this trailer was made to get you wondering about certain things. Like there's that kaiju in there, that big dragon thing. So, yeah. All right. Let me just show you. Okay. So it starts off with him in this, this tundra of snow and everything. And of course he gets slammed to the ground, and I saw lots of people being like, he's been defeated. Who is kicking his ass and everything? And I do believe this is Ultraman, which is in the movie, when we've seen pictures of him and everything on the set, and him with part of the Authority. And from what I understand, it is Ultraman, and he is like an alternate version, from another. That's what Ultraman is. You know what I'm saying? But it'll be interesting to see if they're going to have Corn Sweat play both Superman and Ultraman, because that'll be interesting. If not, I'm curious to see who they got to play that behind the mask, because he's wearing a mask. Okay, so he's sitting here and he's all fucked up. And then we get Clark Kent here. Now, I just want to say right now, I'm like most people. I do not like this haircut. It looks like a Brillo pad on his head. I saw somebody compare him to Hassan Piker, and I'm like, oh my God, I see it now. So he's just going through Metropolis, and I saw some people like not liking his Clark Kent and the way he moved, but I'm all like, I'm fine with it. I feel like his movements are not only Clark Kentish, but they're there to, subvert everybody else from thinking that he's Superman. Besides his haircut, you don't think of a guy that's all clumsy and stuff as Clark Kent. So he goes in here, and this is the Daily Prophet. And right here, this cop right here is reading a newspaper. And I'm throwing up the picture now. Gorilla Grodd is on this newspaper. And I thought that was really interesting that they had Gorilla Grodd mentioned. And he was recently in the Creature Commandos. As of recording this, he might be in more of Creature Commando. So I'm very curious to see if James Gunn is bringing Gorilla Grodd to the DCU, and sooner rather than later, because that would be great. I do like Gorilla Grodd, but I would like him in the Flash, but I don't know, man. We'll see how all this pans out. Okay, so he's in. So he calls for. Okay, so we get Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane. Now, I just want to say right now, I like Rachel Brosnahan. I think she's really pretty. She's got a great rack. I'm telling you right now, if you watch that Mrs. Maisel show, and she was on House of Cards or whatnot, she's got some nice titties and everything. I'm telling you right now, it's like pop a big fat nip, Lois Lane. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Daddy wants to see. Anyways, I don't really care for this outfit she's got on. I don't hate it, but like, she's got the pants and everything. And I wish, let me just pull this up. I wish that she was I wish that she was wearing a skirt, you know? One thing that I think that what's his face from Fox News got it right was show the ladies' legs, my dude. Show the legs. Guys love looking at the legs and everything. But she's not an on-screen reporter, so I'm like, you know, that's fine. But this is reminiscent of her look in the comic books as of, you know, late and everything. But I'm fine with it. I just, for me, when I see this kind of thing, I'm like, always dress the woman feminine. It plays better on screen. I like it. Women like it. They try to be all like, oh, she finally gets to wear pants. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But we get Jimmy Olsen right here in the front, and I'm really pleased with the way that they've cast Jimmy Olsen. I really, really am. I'll pull up the teaser trailer from the day before this had dropped. We'll get a better look at him. But so then we get Lois Lane here, and she's listen. I'll say it again. I think Rachel Brosnahan is very pretty. So I like this casting of her as Lois Lane. Yeah. So then, you know, he looks back at her and everything, which, you know, and he's a good looking dude too. I think besides this, this mop head that he's got, this little brush head. I don't like his hair, but at the same time, if that's my biggest complaint, then I'll be fine. I'll be just fine. So then we go, I love all this stuff, this writing and everything. I like this and everything. Okay, so he's sitting here, and this is the Kent farm. I know a lot of people were bitching about this house, and they're like, oh, it doesn't look like a farm and everything. But what if in this movie, the Kent farm is on hard times, you know, and this has always been the house, but like over off here, you know, in the right by these trees is where, you know, the farm used to be, and they had to sell all this land. They had to sell a bunch of land. I don't know. And then so we get right here. Hold on, let me like fast. So this is Pa Kent, and this is played by Pruitt Taylor Vince. And now a lot of people were complaining about this casting because they say he like this guy usually plays like a psycho character in a movie. And to me, I go, apologies, I needed some coffee. I need some libation. Okay, so I'm fine with this casting, okay? He's an actor. He can play, you know, a down on his luck farmer or whatever. He can play Pa Kent. I'm fine with it. If you're not fine with it, that's fine too. I'm not saying you have to love this casting, but I mean, I'm not judging it until I see it, okay? And, you know, so, and you know, I also love right here just the father-son dynamic. Me and my personal life with my father, I've just really been more appreciative of him and everything. And then as a father, I just really want to make that connection with my children. And like, I just love this part right here. I just love the father son dynamic, and just like the love that I believe is being shown in this scene. Okay, so then what do we get next? So he calls for Krypto. And I know a lot of people want to criticize Krypto in terms of bringing him onto this movie. Let me pull this up. So I just want to say right now, first off, how freaking cute is Krypto? That is too fucking cute. Like, he is adorable as shit. Oh my gosh. I just want to squeeze his little cheeks off. Okay, but Krypto is, and yeah, he's silly. I've never really like loved Krypto in the comic books, but one, I did love that animated Krypto movie that they just put out like a couple years ago. I did a review for it. I'll leave it in the iCard section. You guys can check it out. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is I think this looks great. And it's so Superman. Krypto is a part of Superman. It's a part of his mythology. Weird that Krypton had dogs, but you know what? Back off. I like this. I really do. I like this a lot. And I love James Gunn's story about how he adopted a dog, and the dog was just wild. And I don't remember the dog's name, but he did a post and he said that it was like what if Superman had a dog like this and everything. So I thought that the story was really interesting, and I loved it. And I love Krypton. He looks so stinking cute here. He's like, home, obviously meaning the Fortress of Solitude, or at least that's what I would say is the Fortress of Solitude. Home is the Fortress of Solitude. So he gives him that. And I saw this funny cartoon of when he was pulling him. Yeah, I'll throw it up right now. But I thought it was funny, and I was just like, that's so funny. All right, so this right here is my favorite shot in the entire trailer, and I'll tell you why in just a second. But if you look back here, you can see this big kaiju foot, and that shows up in the trailer later on. I don't know why this little girl is messing around. Maybe she's deaf. Hold on, okay. And so, boom, so he saves her. And that's the thing about Superman. That's what Superman does. I can't remember who said it online. I've watched so many people comment about this, but that's the thing about Superman. They said something along the lines of Batman beats dudes up and he fights dudes and Superman saves people. And I was like, that is so true. Superman saves people. And that's what I love about this. This was my favorite shot of the entire trailer. Just boom, saving this little girl. Maybe she's got some headphones on. I don't know. So he gets blasted on that because the thing kicked those. Then we get this first look at Luthor because you see Superman flying in the background. I'm assuming it's Superman. It could be a different superhero. But he's on his little, teleconference thing. He's like, we need to get Superman and everything. And I'm like, oh, stop it, Lex. You're so annoying sometimes. And I do like Nicholas Hoult here. Hold on, let me play this so I can get a good there. Maybe not. Okay, so we get Luthor Corp. I wish it was Lex Corp. I like Lex Corp, but it's fine. If his office is right here in between these two buildings, I don't like heights, so I would freak. That's like my biggest fear is heights. Is I would be freaking the fuck out and everything every day. I'd be like, oh god. So here's Lex right here. And he's got a little gunny gun. I have no idea what he's doing here, but I think he does look great here. Like very villainary. I love it. I do like Nicholas Hoult as an actor. I just watched Juror #2, and man, is this fucker so good. That movie is so good. Go check it out if you get a chance to. But we have to be honest with ourselves. Let me pull myself up. Even though I like Nicholas Hoult, I liked him before, I like him now, and I'll probably like him in the future. Especially, I really want to see Nosferatu. That's my most anticipated movie of 2024. But I just want to tell you right now, even though I do like Nicholas Hoult and I think he's a good actor, he doesn't put butts in the seats. Nobody, when you say Nicholas Hoult is in your movie, people don't go to the movie theater to see Nicholas Hoult. I'm sorry. And maybe there are some that do, but that's such a small fan base there that he just doesn't put butts in the seats, which is a bummer. But I think that this movie, people are going to go see it because it's a Superman movie. Or at least I'm excited to see this movie. I wouldn't care who they cast as Lex Luthor as long as they did a good job. And I do think that like Nicholas Hoult will do a good job. All right. So moving forward, this part right here, I think that this is just him being captured by Lex or the government. And he's just breaking free. Because you see in the back, hold on, you see these feet, and I'm not quite sure what that is. I honestly don't know what that is. So maybe he's stuck in the cube. Get that reference? You're awesome. So this little boy, I would like to so he puts up this Superman flag, right? Which he has made himself. Now this right here, all right, hold on. I just want to say right now. So Grace Randolph put out, out there that I think it was a video where she said that it took place in the Middle East and it was a Middle Eastern conflict. And she thought maybe that James Gunn should change his storyline because of what was going on in the Middle East right now, as of now times. And he said that she was full of shit. There's this famous tweet, I'm throwing it up now, where he said, there's certain things that will always happen. The sun will always shine. The water will always be green or some shit like that. And Grace Randolph will always be full of shit. I thought it was a little aggressive for no reason. That's one thing that I don't like about James Gunn is he comments on everything. Like me, I'm just like, why don't even worry about that shit. Like, I don't comment on every single thing that somebody throws my way because sometimes I'm just like, I don't care and I don't want to comment. I don't have to. I don't owe you anything. So anyway, so this little boy, I also liked this part right here. I thought it was touching that this little boy had faith in Superman so much. He created a flag and he just says, Superman, and he says it but Superman has super hearing, So this little boy is praying. He's praying, I need help. Superman. And I honestly believe Superman is going to show up and it's just going to be like one of those kind of moments. I'm going to love it. I know I'm going to love it. Anyways, I already like this movie, you guys. I really trust James Gunn. Okay. So this little boy is like Superman. And And again, I think Grace Randolph is right about the Middle Eastern conflict. So what happens here? Okay, so it's obvious that the public has turned against Superman. I don't know why, but he does get arrested at one point in time because we saw those on the set photos. So he does get arrested by the authority. And the thing is, Lex Luthor is trying to turn everybody against Superman. And from what I understand from, it's a like a clone, but it's actually Ultraman. And so that's why I'm assuming that that this is after he's been made to look bad. So he throws a can at him, which I'm all like, is that corn? It looks like corn, like a can of corn. Man, down on the farm, you know what I'm saying? So he goes in here and he's at, I don't know, an ATM. But he's at this little desk right here, and everybody's like, outside, rioting. What is this? The BLM riot? Okay, anyways. And so it's a Stag Industries right here and everything. So I think that's interesting. Because that is what all of the, so James Gunn is playing Maxwell Lord. I don't know if Lord Industries will be in here. I don't know if anybody is playing Stag, the character, off the top of my head. I don't think they announced that. If they did, I missed it. I just don't remember. Okay. So Stag Industries, and that's where the JSA group is coming in, which we will see them in just 1 second. So then we get so if you look right here, we get Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, played by Nathan Fillion. And then right here is above me is Hawkgirl. And that's played by Isabella Marcet. I do like Nathan Fillion. I know a lot of people were giving him crap because of his haircut and everything, but I think he looks great. He looks like Guy Gardner. Guy Gardner is not my favorite. Guy Gardner is not my favorite Green Lantern, but Guy Gardner is like a douche. And I think that Nathan Fillion will play him perfectly. And I'm not going to lie, I love the hair. so he, obviously he does his green thing, and he obviously shuts down the crowd somehow. And they're like a team. So they have the Stag Enterprises logo on their clothing. And you can also see Mr. Terrific right here. He's got this white thing right here. I can't show you with my arrow, sorry. And that's what we also saw that in the on the set photos. So here's Hawkgirl. She's flying in, she's coming in. She's obviously, I think she's in Metropolis because and I think that she's fighting this big kaiju, but there she is. I think she also looks great. The set photos weren't my favorite, but I think she looks great. Her wings look great. I don't know. I think this looks great. I'm not going to lie. So here's this big kaiju, and that's Superman right there. And we saw his foot kick over those canisters and almost knock out that little girl. Now, this is created by Lex Luthor from what I understand. Like, he creates this kaiju and they just need to fight it. And I'm down with the sickness, whatever it is, because I think this is great. So there he is getting blasted. Now, I want to just say right now, this part right here, now we saw this in that first poster, but I think this part right here is the end of the movie. I don't think that this is going to play a big chunk of the movie. I think that this is after he's become Superman, we've established him, and then they see this little thing in the background, and Lois is all like, you off to work again? And he's putting on his boots like we saw in that poster, and he's like, I'm off to work again. That's what I think this is. I think that that's what that is. So, and that's very reminiscent. There's a cover from the All-Star Superman with Lex Luthor on it, and this looks kind of like that, I think. And James Gunn has said that or at least I think he said, it's very much All-Star Superman, which I don't know if that was the best choice in my opinion, because it's very niche. And here they are, lovey-dovey. Again, I think this is the end of the movie because they're in a relationship by the end. Although she's got her vest on from before. Maybe that also takes place at what we saw at the beginning. Hold on, let's go back. This part right here, maybe this is also the end of the movie, but after they've established, maybe it's after a night of lovemaking. Who knows? Yeah, now that I think about this, I think this whole part is at the end of the movie. This whole part in the office, because she's got her vest on here. She's got the same outfit. And I think that while they're at work, they're trying to play it cool. No lovey in the back. All right. So right here, I was wondering what was going on here with this robot. And now they're in the Fortress of Solitude. Look behind. All this stuff is that crystals from the Fortress of Solitude. So this is one of the robots from the Fortress of Solitude that keep it, under, security. So, because look, and right here, these are growing. Maybe that's it right there. That little speck. You guys can't see my arrow. Anyways, but maybe that's what that is. I should have done it like that. Oh, no. That's a spike from one of those crystals. I take it back. So here we get Metamorpho. Now, I have to be honest with you. This is played by Anthony Kerrigan. I love Anthony Kerrigan. He's great. But Metamorpho looks gross. He looks like an old man here. But at the same time, I love Metamorpho. Metamorpho is very much... Okay, so this is what I think... Hold on, let me pull this up. This is what I think is going to happen with Metamorpho. I think that Metamorpho is somehow going to work with Luthor, not because he's a bad guy, but because, Luthor tricks him or something like that. Because Metamorpho, his powers are he can manipulate substances. And I think that what he's going to do is he is going to create kryptonite in this movie. And that's going to be like the end. There isn't going to be like necessarily a way to defeat Superman with kryptonite because there is no kryptonite. But then Metamorpho is going to create the kryptonite and everything. So that's what I think is going to happen. Just a theory I'm throwing out there. I don't know. But again, I think he looks great. And I love Anthony Kerrigan. So here we get some buildings toppling. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I'm down with it. And this is Lex Luthor. I think this is just Lex Luthor defeated. I think this is the end of the whole the whole thing. And I think but I do think he looks great here. Again, he's all beaten up and stuff and defeated and everything. That's what you want. You want to defeat it and everything. And if you look right here, it says Borovinian troops amassing at border. And Borovin, it's Boravia. I don't know too much about this country because I did look it up a little while before, but it is a country in the DC universe. It was made up in the DC universe. So we'll see how that translates to the screen. So here he is. And this, I think, is him pushing up against that kaiju. And then here we get Krypto pulling him across the thing. And this is where I saw that comic strip, and it made me laugh. It was so funny. And then here we this is the Ultraman character punching through this wall. And here he is fighting him. He just plows right into him. And I'm not quite sure if this is him bringing him in terms of arresting him, but here he is. And then we switch over to Mr. Terrific, who I think he looks great. I think he looks really, really good. He's comics accurate, and he is using I think he's in Borivia, yeah. But he's using these little balls that he has, and creating a shield to protect whoever this person is that he's protecting. I think that's Lois Lane, but don't quote me on that. And these guys kind of look like, never mind. Anyways, so I think that looks great. And here he is with Lois. And I think also this is after he defeats everything because she's got that purple that we saw on during the set photos. So I think she looks great. And then here he is flying through the fire. And I think that's, again, also where he's fighting that big kaiju from before. Because this kaiju right here, he shoots the fire, and then he's going through, and then he blasts out of the fire, right? And he goes to the sun. He's like, I need to power up. And then here, I think this is honestly the very end of the movie right here, where he's just like, all right, I'm off to work, baby. And then boom, they're done. Now, I just want to say real quick, first off, thanks for watching this with me. Second off, I think this movie looks fantastic. I'm enjoying all of the casting so far. I don't have any complaints. I know some people were complaining about Perry White with the fact that it was, what's his name? Wendell Pierce. But Wendell Pierce is a good actor. So I do think that it'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. But we'll see how it turns out. I really am excited about this movie, you guys. I trust James Gunn. I trust him. I really do. I think that he's going to put out a movie that I'm satisfied with and a movie that I will like. I'm not going to lie. I think I'll like it. I've taken too much of your time, you guys. So here is the trailer breakdown that I said I was going to do because I really wanted to talk about it because I just love it so much. But tell me what you guys thought about this trailer. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Was there anything I missed that you wanted to talk about or whatnot? Maybe another time. But tell me what you guys thought. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys on my next trailer breakdown. You guys have a good day. Bye.